name is Grandmaster Mele Mel, aka Muscle Simmons, aka Muscles, otherwise known as the world's greatest man. And the pleasure is all yours.
Tell us about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel it's a great chance once again, to move hip hop along, to make it mature. Because a lot of the groups that would be eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're not going to be eligible for at least, Run would be eligible next year, but after that, I guess you would be Curtis Blow and Bam. But I mean, the main thing is that putting hip hop groups, in the same building as all the great groups in music, the Beatles, Elvis, the Rolling Stones, it could hold rap to a certain standard if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would choose to do that. If they just want to put groups in just to have rap groups in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's one thing. But if they're going to hold rap groups to a certain standard, then that means that if a person has their mindset geared toward being a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, then they just can't make music about anything.
Tell us about the new album.
Yeah, the album is called Muscles. It's just something that it took us a couple of months to put together, and we just want to try to give a grown person's version of what hip-hop music is, not trying to, reinvent the wheel or go over people's head or be preachy, but, we just try to put a good album together, and we think we really did it. 16 cuts on the album, no features, we just want to try to, just make sure we put a stamp on our brand and not promote somebody else, or just to have any, because people review the album, we get good reviews, so I didn't want it to be, the song with Jay-Z is that, is the great song, so we just kept it all like we doing our thing, Big Guns Entertainment, that's what we promoting, that's the brand, and we're gonna win with it.
Is there a message to this one, like the old school ones, like the social consciousness and all that?
Well, we have a bit of everything. We have some classic Mele Mel songs. We have some songs that's today's vibe, and we even have some things that nobody would write about them for 10 years. So we try to make it as well-rounded as possible, and not spread ourselves too thin. So it's kind of like walking a tightrope. But I think we did pretty good with it. We got some good things on it.
Tell us about the album you did for the children's book.
That was something that we did with a lady named Maura Casey, who works in the school system, and she wrote the book, Portal in the Park, helping kids deal with their emotions, with anger, fear, selfishness. And I did the soundtrack, and I also did the narration. And it's a good book, it's a good project, and it's going to keep us involved, going into schools and working with the kids, because I think hip hop need to be more geared toward that, just as it's geared toward just being in the streets and keeping everybody on a street vibe and the ghetto vibe, because everybody knows about selling drugs, and weed is almost legal now, if you listen to rap music. and everybody knows that the violence is involved, but rap could be a good teacher also. It could teach kids how to learn, teach them good values, and Portal in the Park is geared towards that. Like, it's my way of helping hip-hop grow up, because that's the one thing that I think hip-hop needs to actually save itself from itself. It's way too ghetto and too violent, and they're just trying to gear it to something that's just based on youth. So they actually ostracize the main part of the real hip-hop audience, which is my era and a couple of eras after me. So I'm just doing what I'm doing just to let hip-hop evolve into everything that it could be.
Tell us about the wrestling thing. You gonna do that?
Yeah, definitely. Because it actually is a natural, because John Cena is one of the champs in wrestling, and he's a rapper. So if he can rap, then I can wrestle. And being that they let Kevin Featherlane wrestle, then I'm definitely going. Now I'm in. If I thought it was going to be, if I was doing it as a fluke, now I'm definitely in. Because if he could do it, I gotta do it. So, but I think it'll be as a great, just to move. Like, see, my whole thing, I want to move hip hop into a different direction. So it's cool where it is for right now, and who's capitalizing on it right now. But it's still got a long way to go. And it's like I said, it's more up than down. It's more up or out than down. So, and being that the WWE is like the greatest entertainment vehicle known right now. There's nothing that I can think of that's more as far as the demographics and just a different type of people in mass amounts that you can get to is perfect for the WWE. So I went to the wrestling school in the summer, and it's just something we're gonna pursue, and we definitely gonna make it happen.
Tell us about your upcoming tour.
Well, we was trying to put a tour together for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tour.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not going to be that situation, then we're putting together another European tour.
Right.
And that should, we're trying to do.
You gonna
that
perform around here again besides the one here in the store?
Yeah. We're gonna put something together. We was actually gonna put a after event for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame together, but like maybe a week or two afterwards. So we might be doing that. But I'm more or less trying to promote the album really, and then get a bigger situation, for touring. You pick up the album. It's called Muscles by Grandmaster Mele Mel in stores, J&R Music World. You can hit me on my website www.melemel.net. Pick it up. Hip hop is moving forward. Mele Mel is going to bring the gun show to you, and we're going to blow the whole thing out. And I'm out of here. Click, click, bang.